Building risk resilience beyond protection, detection, and prevention. Businesses large and small have been and will continue to be attacked for access to data, for ransom, and also for embarrassment. For much of its history, risk management has been primarily focused on protection, detection, and prevention to minimize the risks, such as firewalls, secure networks, strong authentication, anti-spam filtering. In today's world, technologies evolve at a much faster pace than any risk management measures can catch up. As we're moving into next decade of the internet age, the conventional measures remain crucial. The focus is shifting away from protection, detection, prevention alone and turning to build the risk resilience. Resilience is not about a particular control or solution or silver bullet. It is a mindset that looks at every control and know that every control will fail at some point. And the cyber attacks, it is not a question of if, but when. And the key point is being able to respond, survive, and prosper when sudden disruption happens. To build risk resilience is about managing risk to critical assets by optimizing both protection, detection, prevention, and continuity strategies to prepare for a broad range of outcomes. We'll review the following 3 interrelated and overlapping aspects regarding building risk resilience and their differences. Incident response planning, IRP. Disaster recovery planning, DRP. Business continuity planning, BCP. Although we discuss this concept separately, most organizations simply have one single team and plan to address incident response, disaster recovery, and business continuity concerns, and also use a single discipline known as a Business Continuity Management, BCM, to encompass these concepts under a single umbrella. Incident response and disaster recovery. An incident response plan is a plan you should follow during the incident to mitigate, reduce, and contain the damage. Such a plan should clearly list out what everyone's role is supposed to be and what steps have to be taken so there's no confusion or panic when an incident occurs. It also ties strongly with monitoring and detection systems. A disaster recovery plan is a plan that hopefully allows the business to recover from damages after the incident has occurred. DRP defines what should happen when a serious incident occurs, which has direct impact on the business continuity. It is important to know who are the key players and what's everyone's tasks when we enter into disaster recovery mode. It should include clear understanding of business unit and functional priorities, crisis management, emergency communications, alternate work sites, etc. Here is an analogy. A disaster is thought of like a heart attack. Disaster recovery plan, DRP, could be thought of as the medicine or exercise program that the doctor has to keep you alive until the patient can recover from the heart attack. Incident management is all the symptoms that the patient might already have for several months before the heart attacks. Business continuity planning, BCP, and disaster recovery planning, DRP, are often used together, that people begin to forget that there's a differences between the two. BCP refers to plans about how a business should plan for continuing in case of a disaster, such as a terrorist attack, earthquake, flooding, etc. DRP refers to how the IT should recover in case of a disaster. BCP planning to continue your key business operations to minimize risk. The goal is to implement a combination of policies, procedures, and processes such that a potentially disruptive event has as little impact on the business as possible. It allows a business to plan in advance what it needs to do to ensure what its key products and services continue to be delivered in case of a disaster. It does not seek to detect or prevent every possible disasters. DRP, however, is planning to recover from disaster situations. When the disaster strikes and the business operations are disrupted, DRP kicks in and guides the actions of emergency response team until the end goal is reached. That is, the business restored to full operating capacity in its primary facilities. It tells your business the steps to be taken to recover post an incident. Comprehensive incident response, disaster recovery, and business continuity plans with a strong focus on cybersecurity can ensure you have the resources required to survive a ransomware attack. Let's use the previous Lockheed ransom case as an example to illustrate these concepts. During business normal operations, the SIEM or any monitoring detection system generate an incident alert and detect the stage of a Lockheed attack path, as we discussed earlier. For example, either could be at JavaScript executed, shadow copy deleted, or encryption routine executed. It enters into during incident stage, during which, depending on attack path stage, corresponding measures such as patching, network traffic blocking, and segmentation, resetting, system rebooting, emergency backup services, etc. are applied. Alert is also communicated to the response team. When the disaster is declared, it enters after incident recovery phase. Disaster recovery plan kicks in at this disaster mode and will be followed to recover the backup data copy, shut down the infected computers and the file drives. Emergency communication is also triggered. Meanwhile, business continuity plan is also triggered. Some of activities are overlapping with DRP. But beyond IT recovery operations, BCP has a broader scope that includes how to handle and redirect patients with critical health conditions in emergency care center or surgery operations room, and how to handle incoming patient admission through alternative means, how to notify legal and relevant agency offices, or whether to pay the ransom to retrieve the lost data or not. There's no general answer whether to pay or not pay to a ransom attack. Its DRP and BCP will conclude when the normal business operations are fully in place at the regular facilities. Emphasizing cybersecurity in your business continuity and disaster recovery plan will help you recover from ransomware in a timely manner and avoid losing customers and revenue caused by downtime and data loss.